Hi everyone, it's Rock and Walker. Can you guess where I'm at?
Yeah, we're gonna do that path another day, Sam. We're gonna dress appropriately and we are just gonna walk it.
If you guess Signal Hill in St. John's, Newfoundland, come check it out.
We just walk to the visitor center.
Check out the view of the harbour. There's so much here to see. This is too much to take it all in on pictures, right? Or video. You definitely have to come check it out for yourself. They even got fresh blueberries, a little small. Very good. I think dog peed in this one, but a little salty. Not bad. If you don't mind climbing, I advise you don't come to Signal Hill. And if you're lucky, you get to meet and pet a Newfoundland dog. This one's called Sable.
Ask me questions later. First off, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's good because I can hear my echo, so I hope so. What we will be firing today is a Hotchkiss quick-fire 3-pound gun. This was our signal gun from about 1929 up until about 1949. Prior to that, it was actually a gun aboard a training vessel, HMS Calypso, which lived down in our harbor. You can see that little green boat? It was roughly there. Now, why did we fire it as a noon gun? Well, it's a good question. Not everyone had a watch. Not everyone was rich enough to afford one, but you still needed people to know what time it was. Clock tower, you might say. No siree. Too humid, too windy, and fog's here half the time. So, people aren't going to be able to read that, but you can always hear the cannon go off, which is why we fire it. You have one person with a very accurate watch, today that is myself, and that person would fire it every day at noon so that everyone would kind of have their idea. If you did have a watch, you could set it, and if you didn't, now you at least know it's lunchtime. The most important person who could set their watch, the most important reason to fire this was for the captains down in the harbor. If you were someone who was about to make a shipment going out, there's an issue with trying to determine your longitude, how far to the east and west you're going. So, how do you solve that? Well, if you're familiar with time zones, then you're familiar with the basic math principles of how you can use a watch to determine your drift to the east or west. But you need an accurate watch for that. So, the chronometers aboard the ships downtown would in fact have a very accurate watch that they would use to navigate. So it's very important that the signalman is here to kind of set that. Now, one of the important things that I want to get to before I forget is the safety briefing. When I go to fire this, I'll be firing 4 ounces of black powder. We are not aimed over anything, it's all just a blank, but it is quite loud. Okay. So, when I go to fire this, I will give everyone a 10-second warning, which sounds like this. 10 seconds! When you hear that, this is a good time to take the earplugs that you all brought with you today, the palms of your hands over your ears, just like so. That makes a nice little seal around the outside, and we all get to walk away without our eardrums ringing. Much nicer experience in my books.
I'll have to plug Kristen's ears with my fingers.
I will say signal gun, I will say time, and then boom goes the cannon, and we're all safe. If that doesn't go boom, just keep the hands up. It might be a hang fire, I'll figure it out, but you will get a warning from me. 10 seconds, hands. If anybody has any follow-up questions about the cannon, by all means, please come up to me after. I will be happy to talk your ear off about the specifics. Et si vous avez besoin de l'interprétation en français, s'il vous plaît m'approcher après la démonstration. Et même chose à vous, le plat élément à l'extérieur de vos oreilles quand je dis 10 seconds. Ça c'est vos chances à protéger les oreilles. I got about 2 minutes left here now, so I'm just going to do a little final check. Otherwise, if any of you are interested, in the ground, I'm going to use this one. This is a purchasable program, so whereas I'll be firing it today, if you guys are going to be around and you want to be the timekeeper for Signal Hill, you can do that. Talk to my colleagues down at the visitor center, and you can be the one to fire the noonday gun that day, as long as it hasn't been booked already.
I'll be back.
Very fun experience. You get to go home and tell everyone you shot a cannon. Pretty sweet.
Rock and Walker, be back.
T-minus a minute roughly, so wait for that 10-second warning. Let's all have a safe shoot. 10 seconds!
Fire in the hole.
Signal gun! Time!
Did you get him? Well, listen. Man down. Well, we just sunk a ship. Better get out of here.
Oh yeah.
If you don't mind hiking, it's a beautiful trail down there. I can tell you one thing, I ain't gonna do it. Too many beer last night. Boat coming in. And a real small boat coming in. You can tell who got the money and who don't. Well, the last time I was here, signs are all changed now. There used to be a sign that says where the Titanic sank out this way at Vancouver and stuff, but it's gone now. I've been looking. If anybody knows any idea why they took the sign down and changed them, feel free to leave a comment. That's it. The Titanic out that way, it said so many miles sunk. It's gone. Like I said, this is Rock and Walker in Singal Hill in St. John's, Newfoundland. I give you a little bit of the tour, but like I said, there's too much to see. Come see it for yourself. It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Come check it out. Please subscribe.